Okay, guys, welcome to Video Game Reviews. Um, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the person that I would like to take this opportunity to thank the person that made this possible. Um, I had a couple of games on my wish list to review, and one person actually picked it up for me. So I would like to say thank you very much. I really appreciate this. It's very hard to purchase a game. So whoever did this, thank you very much. I really appreciate this. Today we're going to review, thanks to you, we're going to review Hawken Reborn. Now, the first version of this game was on the PlayStation 4. Hawken for PlayStation 4 was a multiplayer game. It was honestly a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing that game a lot. Until PlayStation 5 was announced and they just cut the servers and the game was useless after that. But it didn't cost anything to play. It didn't cost anything at all. It was free. So when I found this on Steam, I put it on my wish list because I wanted to cover this, because I played the PlayStation 4 game and I enjoyed it. So I assumed that this was pretty similar. But like all games that came from consoles, things are going to be different. Hawken for the console was very different. Just so you guys know, we're currently waiting to hear what's going on with Robocraft. Robocraft, they're coming out with a second Robocraft soon. I'm not sure when. Robocraft 2 is coming out very soon. When I hear more information, I will post an update video. I will produce a video game update on if I hear anything about this. Right now, this is on my wish list. This is next. If I'm able to get my hands on this game, this is next. When the Robocraft 2 comes out, I will cover that. And I will compare the original Robocraft to Robocraft 2. War Robots is going very well. Personally, I enjoy the cell phone version very much. The PC version is better than the cell phone version. But you can't expect that much from a cell phone. I mean, a game that's supposed to be on a cell phone, you can't expect much. Honestly. For a game that came out on the Google Play Store, they did a damn good job with it. They really did. I have to applaud them for coming out with a game on an Android cell phone from the Google Play Store and thrusting it over to Steam on a whole, not just porting it, creating an entirely new game on Steam. That's a lot of work. For a game that's free, that's a lot of work. And let me tell you something, I reviewed that game. That game did a very good job. They did a spectacular job on that game. War Robots gets 2 thumbs up from me. This game is without a doubt a play again. We're going to get more into MechWarrior Online probably next week. Right now there's downtime as far as like special events goes. We're gonna get more into this game soon. World of Tanks, we're gonna get more into that game also. I believe there's something going on. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to find out from Wargaming what's going on, because Wargaming keeps me updated, so I can let them know ahead of time. So, thank you, Wargaming, again for letting me know ahead of time. So, we're only 10% of the download. Jesus. It's only 11% downloaded. That's embarrassing. Okay. We're getting there. This is going to take time, but we're getting there. Again, whoever purchased this from my wish list, thank you. This game review would not be possible if it wasn't for you. Thank you. I've been looking forward to reviewing this game for a very long time. When I saw this game came out for the PC, I immediately jumped on it because I enjoyed the version on PS4. I greatly enjoyed it. I loved it so much. I loved the PS4 version so much. When I saw it came out for PC, I jumped. I had to have it. Now, Front Mission was a PlayStation 1 game. This was a PlayStation 1 game. Now, this is only a demo, of course, because the real one is not even out yet. So, at least it wasn't out when I checked it out. Is it out? It is out. Wow. It's a turn-based combat simulator. It's similar to the PlayStation 1 version. PlayStation 1, you had a crew, and it posted you guys on a big grid map. You were able to move the characters, and the characters made an attack. It's a turn-based role-playing game, turn-based strategy role-playing game. Very, very interesting game. The PlayStation 1 version was a lot better though. Very soon it's gonna get. This is. I'm gonna. Once I get the. Eventually, I will have to pick this up eventually, but I'm not worried about it now. They even have a storyline too. See? They even have a storyline. 14%, that's it? My God. Let's see what they have to. Let's see what people have to say about it. Okay, they actually have a storyline? Wow. That's something a lot more than they had before. This looks similar to PlayStation 4, but more detailed. It looks a little bit like, what game is that? Titanfall. Do you remember Titanfall 2 for PlayStation 4? Gameplay looks a lot like that. I enjoyed playing Titanfall. I love that game. If this is anything like Titanfall for the PC, for the PlayStation 4, I'm totally in for this. I'm totally in on this. I am seriously hoping this is something like Titanfall, because Titanfall was an amazing game. The original Hawken for PlayStation 4 was really good, but it didn't have a cult following because a lot of people didn't know about it. So it didn't get advertised. It was on the PlayStation Store for free, but it didn't get any advertisements on television, nothing. And of course, because it's on a console, I couldn't do a video on it. Anything on consoles, I can't do videos on, because I don't have any way of streaming onto consoles. So I can only stream to PCs, and that's it. So if I'm on a console, I can play it, yes, but I can't show footage of the console. So I would have to have a video camera posted on the TV, and that's it. Which, again, I do not have. So it is what it is. So this pretty much is what we got going. Looks like we actually have videos. One person said it's not the real Hawken. This is what I want to know. Is it anything like the real one? Like the old one? This person says it's not. We'll have to see. Okay, let's check out the video gameplay. Let's see what the Steam community says.
Hello, friend. Name's Hammer. Layla told me you were in a mech, but I see it's actually spare parts. Still, that mech and I will get you to a doctor. Layla, any other survivors?
I'll get base to send a team. That old mech can only move one patient, and the driver is dying. Heaven, you have to bring them in.
You heard the lady. Take a portal to Camp Valley. Nice and fast. Portal's blowed. That's our easy ticket home gone. We'll have to walk. There's hostile territory on both sides, so stay close and do exactly what I tell you, okay?
It looks interesting. It looks nothing like the original one.
What a mess. How'd you survive?
It looks nothing like the original. It looks nothing like the original one.
Hawken was an online, fast-paced, first-person mech shooter that originally released more than a decade ago. It was simple, fun, and appealed to my borderline obsessive love of mechs, even though it was basically an arena shooter where everyone was just shaped like a mech. When I heard Hawken was returning to the world of the living, my excitement to jump back into that mech-shaped body and get my ass kicked up and down the streets of weird box cities was limitless. But Hawken Reborn
Yep,
is
he's
not
got that
Hawken.
right.
It's just a fucking mess. Dive into the role of some random person found in a broken mech on a crashed ship with no ability to speak. With no real explanation, you'll join up with some random people and fight your way back to a base where you'll get to launch yourself into this 6-mission campaign of fighting for a different collection of random people as a mercenary. On these half-dozen forays into a world with all the beauty and detail of a PS3-era collection of brown textures that somehow manages to look worse than its 10-year-old predecessor, you'll brandish exactly 2 weapons against every enemy you encounter. With upwards of 6 different types of enemies though, you'll probably never get tired of gunning down wave after wave of bad guys that literally teleport in around you from random directions. Luckily, these dozens of enemies swarming you without warning face their own challenges of navigating terrain and understanding that you still exist. But the deadliest of these foes are the random microscopic people wandering around using their exceptionally muddy texture camouflage to blend in with the surroundings, truly maxing out how annoying they are. Don't worry though, if you do die, you can just buy your way back into the mission like nothing happened. But when you do complete exciting events like going to locations and shooting people, pressing F near boxes to accomplish just about anything, and escorting objects like this Borg cube, you'll finish the mission with a collection of all the random dots you looted from your killing sprees. These can be used in the crafting system to create new items from blueprints like one of these 6 weapons or one of these 6 mechs.
Now
Or you can
this
use
is
them to
something
upgrade your
new.
existing
This is
items
something
with
new.
an
I've never
almost
seen
tangible
this
increase in
before.
stats. But if you don't have enough resources to do all of that, you can always just tap into your wallet and buy some premium currency. That's right,
That
this
was in the
single-player
original
only
game.
6-mission adventure is funded with microtransactions to let you take all of the shortcuts you need to get through
That
the
was in the
random
original
campaign.
game.
Of course, once you're satisfied
Microtransactions.
with this story
Always.
of motion comics featuring AI-generated art, you can venture onward into the patrol mode. Here you get to dive into the open world of this map of curvy roads connecting areas the size of basketball courts and wait for the nondescript talking heads to send you missions. Then you can navigate this ghost town with the exciting goal of hoarding more mech parts to build an upgrade for the future game this early access extravaganza might one day become. Hawken Reborn. It probably should have just stayed dead. I nearly didn't play this game at all because up until a post-launch patch there was no way for me to get the mouse sensitivity low enough that I wasn't Tony Hawking 900s every time I tried to turn. Yet I almost wish it wasn't fixed so I could have avoided wasting time with this. I don't know how you re-release a multiplayer-only game as a single-player-only game. I don't understand how the game is visibly worse than the original in every way. I'm not sure why they even bothered releasing with so little content, and the content that is in here feels like it was made for a bargain bin game from the early 2000s. How does 505 Games, a publisher for games like Control, Ghost Runner, and Abzu, have an internal development team that made this and felt like it was worth releasing? This is so bad it feels like a money
Well,
laundering scam or
505
something.
Games released
It would
their,
already
I
be
think
disappointing if the
505,
only issue
think,
was
don't
that it
quote
wasn't a
me on this.
multiplayer reimagining of the
505
original game
Games
I enjoyed before,
made
but
the
to make something
original
this low
Hawken,
quality that
I
misses the
think.
fundamental
I'm not
concepts
sure.
of the original game is just sad. So for those reasons, Hawken Reborn gets the abbreviated score of bad. If you'd like to see more hot takes, warm satire, and tepid commentary about video games, make sure to like this video and check out my other abbreviated reviews.
Okay. Let's check on this poop game and see how it is. They claim this game is a poop game. Let's see what they sell. Okay, we're at 31% and climbing. Jeez Louise. This is ridiculous. Let's go back in the community and see what other videos we can find. Okay. It looks to me like the original Hawken on PlayStation 4 was a PvP. It was 2 teams of 10 people each. Okay? You had to choose your mech and then choose the level. Kind of like MechWarrior Vengeance. According to this is not a PvP. This is a PvE. So they took the original Hawken concept, trashed it, and made it a PvE instead. That's all fun and good. But I'm not exactly sure if this is gonna coexist with the original one. This was the original one. I remember this one. This is what the game should look like. This is what the original Hawken looked like. It was just 2 teams of like 10 or 15 mechs each. And it was every man for himself. Whoever killed, whatever team killed the opposite team first wins. See what I told you guys? It looks like Titanfall. What did they just say? I told you guys it looks like Titanfall. That's exactly what this is. It's a ripoff of Titanfall with the Hawken name. Hold on, let me get you the game box. This is what they're talking about. This is the game that they're comparing Hawken Reborn to. They're comparing Hawken Reborn to this. This game was short, but it was amazing. I wish I could actually stream on my PlayStation 4. I have so many games to show you guys. This game was amazing. I beat this entire game, and I would play it and beat it again just because that's how fun it was. I love that game. If this game is anything like that game, I will enjoy it. But I was excited that it said Hawken, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome! If they're gonna make a PC version of Hawken, I'm in." But if they're saying there's no PvP, then why didn't they just call it Titanfall? Why didn't they call it Titanfall 3? Call it Titanfall 3. Release it for the PlayStation 5 and Steam. And do not call it Hawken. If they called it Titanfall 3, it would have made sense because Titanfall looks exactly like this. Titanfall gameplay looks like this exactly. I mean, exact gameplay. This looks exactly like Titanfall. It does. So, I mean, in reality, this is Titanfall. That's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying this looks like this is Titanfall, but well, we're gonna have to see. Man, a lot of patch notes. A lot of bugs in this thing. Okay, they have a multiplayer, finally. I want to see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with their multiplayer update. Oh, it's a co-op. Okay, multiplayer co-op. Hawken Reborn has always been designed to be a multiplayer game from the start, which is what people want. Which is why it has been an always online single player experience. What? Oh, there is multiplayer, but the multiplayer, all the players join in to help you with missions. It's a cooperative multiplayer. It's not against each other, it's a cooperative multiplayer. Now this is different. I've never seen this before. I've never seen a cooperative multiplayer before, as far as robots goes. Timed patrol mode? Patrol mode in the original Hawken wasn't timed. I don't like that. I don't like when they put a timer on it. Vex aerial bulwark. That does make sense. They had the same exact things in the original ones. Hangar loadouts. Let's see. Different play styles from the start. Modding. Yes, you could mod the mech significantly. In the PlayStation 4 version, there was factions you could join. Yes. There was different threat levels depending on what level you were on. When you're playing everybody against everybody, it all depends on what level you were at. If you were at a certain level, you launch with those people equal to your level. So, with this, you cooperatively launch with people of your level, and they go and they help you complete the mission. You cooperatively join together to complete the missions. This is what I'm guessing the game is all about. The game is not PvP, it's PvE. Cooperative. Okay. So all these patch notes and all these patches, little by little, we're figuring out what all this means. PvP, PvE. It looks like they have a player versus player and player versus environment, both. So far, they reported 60 bugs. "21 support staff was 21 people got support and help. 23 announcements. See, now they're not posting feedback because they're probably getting a lot of negative comments about they're not being PvP. I don't see really any big of a difference having PvE, honestly. The only thing I see is that people want PvP because that's what the original one was. Okay, this is going to be an awful short video because we have been waiting very patiently for this to download. I absolutely hate waiting for things to download. I can't stand it. Alright, let me give you an update on what's going on next. This game, I did a video on this game. Personally, I like what they did with this game. Considering this game was originally a cellular phone game from the Google Play Store. They transposed it and completely redid the whole game for Steam. And hats off to them. Big round of applause. You got a pretty good game here. This is a very good game. Considering this is free, it's a very good game. They did a very good job on this game. Let's see what the community has to say about this game. There should be better comments about this game. What the hell? That's different. That's funny. Nice. I got that one. I got that one as a free mech. That one I didn't. Wait, no, that. I think that's the starter mech with that's the starter mech with 4 weapons on it. Okay, we're getting there. Sorry guys, if I would have known I was gonna have this game, I would have downloaded it before off camera. But I had no idea. I was just gonna come in and show you guys some of the games that I wanted, and maybe play something. Maybe play this one, or maybe some Stronghold. I don't know. Windows 11 24H2 hotfix. So they have a hotfix for it? Okay. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Now, 505 Games, I think maybe the original company that made the original Hawken. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. They might be the original ones. What makes me think that it might, in the future, there might be a PvP, single player, cooperative play, and multiplayer. This is PvP. This is PvE. This is single player. Which means play against each other, play with each other, or play single. In the future, PvP will be in the future. For right now, they had a patch added. They added the PvE, which is single player. And they had the cooperative added in the recent patch. Let me show you guys. Player versus player versus environment. And I'm not exactly sure how that works. PvP, the E, so it's player versus player plus player versus bots. What's that, big giant free-for-all? So it's not cooperative play, it's PvP, PvE. Patrol mode. Interesting. Okay, guys, we're almost there. Hang in there. A little bit longer. A little bit longer then we're going to get into the game. See what else I got. Yeah, these are a lot different than the PlayStation 4 mechs. I remember this mech. I remember the Vanguard. I remember the Vanguard from the original one. Let's see and let's check out another video. Get a better idea what's going on. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The equipment menu is a lot better than the PlayStation 4 version. So it's MechWarrior then. Not MechWarrior Online. The original MechWarrior. Like the Black Knight expansion pack and shit like that, where you actually had missions you had to do. It's kind of like Armored Core. You actually have missions you have to complete. Same thing. Except you're being timed. This sucks. You're being timed to get this done. You can't take your time. You're being timed. See, this is nothing like the original one. Nothing. It's completely different. Completely different. The original one was a player versus player game for the PlayStation 4. It was free. Mechs you only got through earning the credits to purchase them. They had nothing in the store to buy. So, nothing. Steam requires you to have something in the store, so I could see them having something in the store to purchase. But Steam requires purchasable items in the store, even if they don't mean anything. They require purchasable items, even if they're free. They require. Steam makes a requirement saying they have to, according to their rules, they have to have some items to purchase in the store. They can't be just free to play. They have to have items to buy. Even if they're not worth buying. Now, I want you to take notice of one thing. His two weapons on the side. They disappear and he goes faster. In Hawken, when you try to hit your booster, your weapons power down. You move your arms back and you boost forward. If you need to fire, you have to let your booster go Arms go back to normal, and then you can shoot. You're only vulnerable when you're boosting. So you have to make sure there's nobody there when you're boosting. That has not changed. Unlike Armored Core, when you boost, you can fire and boost at the same time. Hawken, you can't. Your arms go back and you boost. By doing that, you can't fire and boost at the same time. They put you at a disadvantage. So, see what he does is he leans forward as his guns go down. So if you need to fire, stop. Boosting up or forward. Boosting up, you can shoot. Boost forward, you can't. Boosting forward causes your head to go down, and that causes your arms to go down too. You can't fire. In a way, they're locking your weapons up when you boost. So you have to try not to boost that much, or try to only boost when there's nobody around. You see nobody shooting at him? That's why he's boosting. Someone's shooting at him. So now, notice, he's not leaving the ground. He's not inching forward. In Hawking, you have no melee weapons at all. None. I don't know about this one. But in the PlayStation 4 version, there was no melee weapons. So you had no reason to get in their face. And if you had laser weapons, you could stay in the back of the battlefield and shoot them. So So this is a lot different than the PlayStation 4 version. As you can see, PlayStation 4 version was a player versus player all the time. And that's what people liked about it. So, because there wasn't much games around there. There wasn't much games, period, that did player versus player other than MechWarrior. MechWarrior is the only player versus player game. Yeah, MechWarrior in general was the only game that had player versus player. In certain games. In the original PlayStation, in the original PC games like Black Knight Expansion, MechWarrior Vengeance, no player versus player. Now, Armored Core, the Armored Core for, what the hell is going on? Yeah. I have no idea what's going on, but that's fine. I think it's done downloading. Let's check it, let's see if it's done downloading. Yeah, it's done downloading. Okay, guys. Yeah, it's done downloading. Okay. We're back in business. Let's try this for ourselves. You've seen the reviews. Now let's very carefully go through the game. All the settings and stuff like that. Camera view mode. Thruster activation mode. Reload mode. I don't have a gamepad, so. Okay, this is the development period. Okay, we got early access of this game. Okay. Instead of just going out there killing each other, they have a whole storyline. Really? Those are two companies in the original game, though. control runs. There's the maps. Tutorials. Let's go through the tutorials. Oh, we have to watch videos? Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Devlog. Now let's see. Hangar? Chassis, 1 thruster, 2 weapons. Sounds like there is on. Screen reads left to right, so on. Let the bay you should customize. So there are more than one bay. Okay, that's different. Select which component you wish to equip by selecting the relevant button in the components column. If they have a store, would like to take a look and see what mechs they do have in the store, so we can compare them to the original one. Okay, let's go in the store. Let's see what they have. Shield regeneration rate. Come on. Shield regeneration rate. Shield regeneration delay. Not all that unsimilar. Kind of the same thing, honestly. That mech does look familiar. Don't know where I've seen it before, though. Huh. So this is a new thing. A blueprint. This is something new to the game. Called a blueprint. When you assemble a blueprint, you could build that part. And you could build that part, you'll own it. Instead of going to the store and buying it, you'll get to own it. Now, because this is not the full game, it doesn't tell you how to do this, but eventually it will. Yep. Schematic to build it. They have all schematics for all the mechs. Interesting. Really interesting. What a time for me to have to read stuff when my brain's not working. Oh my god. When it gets late, my brain doesn't work, and reading is very difficult. Concentrating is very difficult. I will have to come back in here another day and read and just check this out very carefully. Enemy players show up as a thick dot. Short time. Fire their weapons. When within radar range, all players can see each other constantly, even if not firing weapon. Damn. That sucks. Collect schematics from downed mechs. Earn money by completing missions. Collect loot from downed enemies. Resource nodes. Loot crates. First gameplay. I have no idea how to play this game. They don't teach you anything about controls, so we're gonna have to wing it. They don't have any tutorials on controls. Nothing. Already this game fails in my book. They do not have a tutorial on controls, on how to play. They send you out in the first mission and go. I'm assuming it's WASD standard controls. It could be the arrow keys. I don't know. Okay, I will let you know what the controls are when I figure them out. Okay, guys? I think we're about 1 hour into the stream. Okay. Come on. I know this game is like early access, but I mean, they could really get it going quicker. If it's only a one-player game, then why am I having to wait? There's no disc. It's just server based. I don't know, guys. Not too keen on this. Can't even get in a game. You cannot even get in a one-player game. One-player games are not possible. I know this is an early access, but okay. This is getting real old real quick, guys. I am getting done real quick. Did it freeze? No, it didn't freeze. Okay.